Ready for the get down. Ready for. Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as Just Two Eyes, and it has been a while since you've seen my face. Everybody remember Graham? Graham, tell him why we're here. Yes, VEDA. Yes, it's not April, though. It's August. It starts with an A, so I figure I might as well do it anyway. Yes, I do. But yeah, I'm going to be making a video every single day in August, from today until whenever. But I'm going to let you in on a little back history of what I'm doing. I'm going to make at least 3 videos today. At least today, because I want to have a good start, because that's the way I like to roll. I might not have enough time tomorrow to even like pop out a video, let alone edit it, put it up and everything else like that. So you're going to be seeing this shirt at least for the next 2 days, at least. But that's not what the video is really about. As you can tell by the title, today's video is about the 13th Doctor. And I know I'm late on the hype train of like, oh my god, it's a woman. Whatever shall we do? We're losing our fucking minds. Calm down. But that's not exactly what I'm going to be talking about right now. What I'm going to be talking about is that this is it. Like, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Like, it. You know what I mean? I mean, for the past 50 plus years of everyone who's known Doctor Who, we've only known the 12 generations, because that was the point, that was the loop, that was the inside joke, or that was the whole reasoning behind it all, is that it was like, it's 12 generations, you know, like times of the clock, Time Lord. So is 12 going to be it? Is 12 going to be the end? When the series kicked back up, they kind of jumped around with it. It was like he kind of regenerated, but then he kind of didn't. So does that count as one Doctor being like 10 and 11, or 11 and 12, or 12 and a half, and then the War Doctor got introduced, and all this other stuff? So it's like, where the fuck is the Doctor on the timeline? But it was still kept up to pace that, you know, the 12th Doctor was the 12th Doctor, the last Doctor on the clock. But you know, once Matt Smith, the 11th/12th Doctor, got his whole new set of regenerations, then, you know, it was like, okay, so they're gonna kick it back off from 1, or they're gonna continue on upwards. Is he the first Time Lord to do this? That's another question that was never fucking answered or even brought up in the show. Is he the first Time Lord to go past 12? Because the way it canonically works is that Peter Capaldi is technically the 13th Doctor, if you count up of how the show works, but he's the 12th person? Or is he actually the 13th? It's fucking confusing. But anyway, he's the 12th, period. Like that is the actual fact. But the way the show did it is all loosey-goosey. But anyway, aside from all that, this is it, folks. Okay, this is the moment like I've actually been like excited for, personally, because I was like, the 13th Doctor. Just the saying it sounds weird if you're a hardcore Doctor Who fan who's like 12, period. Because they so heavily hit the nail on the head with Time Lord, clock, 12. Duh, that's it. It's over. Because this is like more or less the official restart button. Not when he got the whole new set of regenerations and all that. This is it. This is like, you know, where the Doctor Who that we knew and loved kind of ended, and where this new generation is going to start, like, for sure this time. Like, this is going to be the new millennial Doctor Who for sure now. So it's a big deal. But the main reason I'm talking about the 13th Doctor, because I just finished the last season. I know I was late on that also, but I finally caught up, finished it, waiting on the Christmas special, just like everybody else now. Which, oh, I cannot wait to see. All the nerd in me is just like, hurry up, Christmas. The last season, season 10. It was kind of suspected that the next Doctor was going to be a female, in my opinion, because there were certain things, certain phrases and words and things that were said throughout season 10 where it was like, why would you say that? You're an alien from outer space. why would you say something so specific? Let me explain. Throughout season 10, especially with Bill, it's a lot of political things kind of came up, if you know what I'm saying. That Bill was a black lesbian female. Well, lesbian implies female, I guess. Who was very fucking important to the show. And not only was her race, but gender choice brought up frequently throughout the season. You know, like the episode when it was the thing under the ice. I can't remember the name of the episode, but when, you know, she brought it was like, do you not see my skin color? And the doctor was like, what's up now? It was like, you know, a darker skin tone wasn't accepted back in this time. And then how often she, I think it was against her parents or someone who wasn't too happy that she was, you know, with women, and she actually turned down, I believe, 2 or 3 guys throughout the season because she's into women. You know, it wasn't heavy-handed, but it was brought up enough to where it was like, I get it, but are they? Now, before I continue on, before I sound like a fucking racist, sexist, homophobic bigot, I'm not. I love everybody. You treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. I don't give a fuck what you believe in, what you want to do with your life. As long as you treat me nicely, I'll treat you nicely. So, there's that. But, weren't they kind of heavy-handed on that side of things, though? You know, it was like, yeah, she's black. Yeah, she's gay or lesbian or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's brought up a couple of times. Yeah, the doctor has even I mean, if they played it off because he's an alien, and, you know, to him all humans semi look alike, so there's no, like, you know, this and that. But it was also kind of an acceptance way. You know, it was like the doctor accepts and treats everyone equally, even if he does treat everyone like shit, because he doesn't see gender or race or anything else like that. He just sees a person. And it was a little heavy-handed on that to kind of push the point home. But here's one point. I only remember it once. It may have come up more than once, but I remember it once. Is the doctor was giving a speech about how the human race is something, and he was like, yeah, you have Trump as president. You know, in a negative way, like, oh, humans are stupid or they make mistakes. They chose Trump as president. I'm like, that's a very semi-specific thing to hit on the head with their BBC. And then one of the lines towards the end of the season, when he and Bill were sitting next to each other. Yeah, well, yeah, I believe it was he and Bill sitting on the bench. It was nighttime, and something came up about gender and race, and being the Time Lord. That's what it was. He was like, "Oh, we're far beyond what you humans have your petty squabbles or whatever about gender and ethnicity or something like that." Where he was just like, we're past that. You know, to us, we don't really see race and gender. It's just, we just do things. You know, it's not something that divides us and holds us down like it does for you humans. And I was like, okay. So far, I'm counting at least 5 nails on the coffin of, you know, the next doctor is going to be a woman, possibly transgender or gay or lesbian or whatever you want to call it, you know, and we believe in equality of everything else. I'm like, come on, show you, and I can kind of see it. No, and then I guess the final nail in the coffin was Missy and the Master. Their two forms together at once of how he was hitting or she was hitting, or they were hitting on themselves, but also turned each other down, and it was this whole weird thing. And then, of course, the one line that is brought up because the next doctor is a woman, of a female of look, whatever you want to call it. When the Master said to the doctor, "What is this? What is the future? Going to be all women?" And the doctor said, "I can only hope. I hope so." So, you know, if you paid attention throughout season 10 of little bits and pieces, you kind of saw it coming. And it makes me think, And this is where I'm going to get a little negative on you. Did they purposely do this from the very beginning? Like, it's one thing if they purposely did it kind of in the moment of the show coming to an end, or that season coming to an end, where it was like, hey, how do you make the next Doctor female? But from my point of view, it seems like it was building up to that point of where they always had it planned from the beginning of season 10 or series 10. And if that's the case, does that mean that they only did shot or call outs, role call outs for women? Or did they just do a call out for everybody, but they were leaning towards women? Which makes me think, what about all the other auditions that was beforehand? Was it all just men? Or did women try and they were always shut down? Because I mean, it's been 50 plus years and this is the first woman, the first female doctor. So audition wise, it makes me think, did women even try? Or did women always get shut down? Or were women never invited in the first place before this point? You get what I'm saying? That's where the negativity kind of comes in. But if you like what I'm doing, you want to see what else I'm doing, check out what I've done. Let me know what you think, because I'm always interested to know. And I'll see you tomorrow. So, yeah. More than